I have always had a really strong connection with artistic expression, such as music, painting, and acting. I don't know if it is because it's something inherent in me or because of the influence of my closest environment. So, looking to the exposition that I could go, I remembered that my mom recommended to me this one. I went without knowing anything about the artist, Lita Cabelluta, and I went out feeling that I knew everything about her. Her paintings were so unique and personal, and all of them had her identity, and for me, the most important one, all of them were expressing an emotion. So, when I arrived to the room where it was the painting, I felt like it was the one, because I saw myself in his eyes. I went directly there and I looked to his eyes. There I could see sadness, exhaustion, tiredness, dissatisfaction. Totally the opposite that he should have been feeling because he's a clown. One of the things that shocked me a lot was that during the first 3 minutes I was analyzing the painting, but then I was every time more into the painting, till the moment that I started to have problems to breathe and I almost ended up crying. I was feeling exactly what the clown was expressing, and what so many times I had felt, but I had never saw it in other eyes. I think that is what Lita Cabellut wanted to express, and it was so clear that the first thing that she did was the eyes. I promise that you forget that you're looking to a painting, and his eyes expressed so much that I felt that I had to hug this man and said to him that everything was going to be okay, because I knew what he was feeling. I imagined this feeling after a clown show where he had to make love to all the audience, and then he arrives to the camerino and realizes that he has 2 kids to raise, bills to pay, personal problems to deal with, and everything is not as beautiful as it was 2 minutes before when he was acting. And this is a feeling that I felt so many times. As I said before, I like to act, and I have been for 7 years in a drama company. I did more than 100 shows, and sometimes I have shows on the worst days you could have. Days when a relative is not okay, when you have lots of things to do, when you are not feeling okay, or when you have problems. And during the time that you are performing, you totally forget all these things to do your best. And what he's expressing in his face is exactly what you feel when the reality comes to your mind and you have another time the problem that you had 2 hours before, and indeed you are physically and emotionally exhausted due to the show. Being there, I realized that people were looking to the painting and were saying things like, he looks sad, but they did not pay a lot of attention because there were other paintings that for them were more interesting. But for me, he was the one.